Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another episode of Nate Tests. It's been a while since I did one of these. The last one was the ABC CBY water filtration backpacks. I'll have a link on the end of this video so you can check that out if you want to. But this time I'm going to be reviewing one of these little bastards. They're simply known as a CopCam. Now, these have been out for quite some while, but for some odd reason, whenever my store would get them into stock, people would keep stealing the damn things. And they come in a box like this big for this little dinky thing. And basically what the kit consists of when you buy this is you get your patent pending charging cable. You get a, I think it's an 8 gig micro SD card that comes with it right there, as you can see there, a little 8 gig. It does actually have a slot in it for the micro SD card, so it's at least cool you get that. And then you get this little clip attachment that slots onto the back of it, and you get some other mounting equipment. So if you want to be a hardcore guy and mount this on a wall somewhere, it has some stuff you can bolt it to the wall. Why? Now, it has this button on the side that says press and record. Now, this thing is really kind of stupid. The fact that, first of all, it costs you $40 for this little bugger. And, it took a while finding one to get one shipped to me, But $40 for this, and it's supposed to be basically a security camera, nanny cam, something if you're driving around getting a car accident, and night vision. It's got these little things on, it's supposed to be night vision. And all these features in it. And it's supposed to say it's supposed to have a slightly like 180 degree angle to the lens of it when it records. And sound. Now, the first thing I got to point out with this is, I'm not going to be too biased and jaded with this item. But first thing you got to do is charge it, which is standard issue. Well, you plug it in and you can charge it in one of two ways. You can either charge it with a wall outlet. Now, when you do that, there's a little red light right above the charging. You can't see it here. It'll start blinking red when it's charging. I think every 4 seconds it'll blink, but it doesn't really tell you when it's fully charged that way. Now, if you go and charge it through your laptop or computer, then it will alternate between a green and a red light. Yeah, and it'll shut off when the thing's fully charged. So, oddly enough, it seems to charge a little faster, and you can tell if it's charging if you use a computer or a laptop to charge this thing compared to the wall outlet, which is stupid because they don't tell you that in the directions. Now, as for the directions, which are a frickin' joke, they don't tell you hardly anything about this little guy, including that there is a timestamp that is on the bottom of your video when you do record with this thing. And it's kind of stupid. You have to go into the file system on your PC once you pull up the SD card on this to actually change that date. Because it'll say like something from like 2 years ago or something on it. And the thing that's stupid, it does not save it to this little thing. So if you want to have a correct timestamp on this little son of a bitch, you have to go and manually do that each and every time you use it, which is a friggin' joke. Now, if that wouldn't be it, there's so many things wrong with this little piece of crap that I just can't, say, anything. First of all, the clip, they're supposed to have it to where you can clip it on you. Because that's the thing. Look at that. Look. Oh yeah, I'm recording some good footage there with this nice state-of-the-art clip on. Yeah, that really clips on nicely, don't it? Now, first of all, if you're going around and recording people with this thing without their consent, isn't that illegal to begin with? I think that is. Now, if you're on your private property and you have it set up, I don't think it's a big issue. But the thing is also the way it clips on here. This is stupid and they don't tell you this. See how it says press record? Well, it has to be angled like that to be face normal. Any other way, it's going to appear upside down or sideways. So you have to actually have it clipped on like this. But when you do, it pops down, right? The only way I found around it is if you turn that around, you can kind of like grab some and clip it. And then, even then, if you get it tight, it'll still bounce it up a bit, as you see there. You got to let it hang loose, and even then, it's not practical. The thing is not worthwhile. Now, the other big feature with this is it's supposed to have a sensor in it that's a motion sensor, so you can set this thing on the ground. Push the button, hold it for 5 seconds until a little red light comes on, right? And then it's recording. Now, the motion capture in this is a frickin' joke. I've tested it several times in day and night cycles, and it doesn't work at all, okay? You might be lucky enough for it to pick something up after you're doing this like 5 minutes in front of it before it even does anything. So the motion on this, the motion sensor is a frickin' joke and doesn't work worth a frickin' crap. The other thing is the way it records. It will record in 5-minute intervals. So if you're recording it for more than 5 minutes, the damn thing will kind of like shut off. And then you'll have to return it back on to get it to record 5 more minutes. Now, this memory card that it comes with says it can hold up to 50 minutes worth of footage. Now, at that point, if you start doing over 50 minutes, it records over it. So let's just say you actually do legitimately have this because you're too cheap to get a good camera, and somebody breaks in and steals something out of your car and you capture it. But then a little bit later on, you come back and you find it's got footage of birds because it decided, hey, the motion decided to work, it got set off, and it's recording the birds instead of the guy that broke into your car. So you have no footage on here of what you wanted to capture in the first place. There's no way of checking the footage on here, previewing it in any way, and a lot of people have had something known as, they're going to call it Thanos vision. I didn't really have it with this particular one. Maybe I got a better model than theirs, but it has this tendency, if the night vision is turned on, it makes everybody look purple like Thanos. I did not have that happen because they don't tell you anywhere in the instructions how to activate and deactivate the night vision, or if it does it manually. Now, I tested this thing in both daylight and in darkness, and I will say one good thing about this. For the size of this, since it's roughly the size of a friggin' quarter, it actually had a fairly decent visual fidelity to it. Don't get me wrong, it's still garbage. It's still garbage, but it did work. It did actually work. The sound quality was god-awful, but you could understand what I was saying when I was walking around with it. And the night vision actually kind of worked. I turned out all the lights, got it pitch black in my bedroom, went in there, and I found that, honestly, from a distance, it actually did pick me up. It picked up my wall and everything else. I think other people's might have had theirs screwed up, somehow. Mine did actually work fairly well on the quote night vision mode. But the one main flaw, along with all the other flaws of this piece of crap system, other than the rip-off price, is this little son of a bitch. It records videos in a file format that most people aren't even going to be able to get to use. Fortunately for me, my laptop works with the file format that this little fucker works on, and I was able to view the video. But there was no way I could actually alter the video, even with software, to get it to actually show you guys the footage. It would not allow me to do that. I mean, I'm probably going to have to just capture some footage straight off of my laptop to show you guys what it looks like in terms of the visual fidelity. I'm going to do that. Keep in mind, it's going to be even worse because it's going to be recording straight from a damn videotape of my laptop for it. But that way you can kind of get a gist of how the overall quality of this top-notch product is. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that now.
It's not that far away. Let me turn that off. This is my first time using the CopCam. It's not that far away from me, so I'm going to pretty much get up and walk around with it here and see how it sends and tends to look at stuff here. Let's see. There. Alright. But the light is still on. I've been told that if you press and you hold it again, you can switch it over to a photo mode. I'm not going to waste my time with that because from what I've seen in this thing, it's other friggin' garbage. It tends to make people into Thanos vision. I don't know why. I think that's supposed to be night vision. But I'm going to actually go and turn off the lights now in one fair swoop and see if I can get this bucket of shit to actually do any sort of quote night vision. I'm going to go into my bedroom where it is kind of dark, and see from this point. I'm going to zoom in and see here. Alright, I guess you have to be right close to the damn thing for it to even work. Well, let's go ahead and pull up this video and see if it even looks any good.
Now, my final review of the CopCam by Brightbulb, or whatever the hell the company makes it. First of all, I don't know why people keep stealing these pieces of shit. They're garbage. But they come in a great big box, little itty bitty thing here, and they're $40 for this hunk of crap. Honestly, if this was $10, I probably would not have a problem with people selling these. But at $40, this is a complete ripoff. You can go and get so many other products out there. Might cost a little bit more, but they serve the purpose better. The visual quality, the fidelity, the length of the storage space on it. And they have the nerve for them to try to charge you $15 for a 16 gig SD micro card for this, when you can obviously go get one for $6 to $8 somewhere else at any damn store. And honestly, this is a hunk of crap. Don't buy this. Some of their other products they have are pretty good, but this is a hunk of crap. This is garbage. There's no real way of checking to see how it's fully charged. There's no way of previewing anything on it. The photo mode's a joke because you press and hold the button to light it up. Press and hold again, it'll turn to green. And then when you press it, it takes photos, but they're god-awful photos. I mean, everything about this thing is just, a piece of crap. And I'm going to do to this thing what, honestly, everybody out there should do when you get one of these CopCams. And this is what you need to do with it. All right, everybody, this is what you should do with these little Cop cameras. This is what you need to do with these things. And show you what these Cop cameras are actually good for. There we go. That's what the Cop cameras are good for.